Welcome to the Contagious Code podcast, where we dive deep into code, learn practical skills, celebrate the beauty of engineering, and eliminate imposter syndrome. I'm Tejas Kumar, and I've been building on the web for over 20 years at places like Vercel, Spotify, Zeta, and more. Today, I'm really excited to launch the Contagious Code podcast. It's been a passion project and labor of love, and it's been on my mind for a very long time. In this introductory episode, I'd love to talk to you about what you can expect from it, why I'm doing it, and invite you to be part of the discussion towards the end. So, without further ado, let's get started. I speak at a lot of conferences. I've spoken at last year it was somewhere like 36 conferences. This year I'm scheduled to speak at somewhere between 15 and 20. And at this point, I don't even care. I don't even say no. I don't even dislike it. I see conferences as a huge opportunity to meet developers where they are and share knowledge and joy and engineering prowess with them, if I have any prowess, right? But it's a beautiful thing, and it's something I want to continue doing, and something I frankly think is really great. However, um, most conferences offer talks and presentations that are like 25 minutes long, sometimes 45 minutes. And what I find is it's somewhat difficult to go into the amount of depth that I want to go into, to really share with you like all the detail of the things I'm talking about, because I actually do love these things, and I suspect that you do as well. So in this podcast, what we're going to do is longer form episodes, literally like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Don't worry, everything will be chaptered with timestamps for you, and you can listen to it however you want. You can maybe listen to all of it at like 2x. You can listen to it slowly, but break it up over days, etc. It's up to you. We will release episodes in seasons, in batches. So season one will have about 8 episodes, and we'll do them weekly. And so you have something new to listen to every week for about 2 months. And then after the end of the season, we'll maybe take a pause depending on budgets and time, etc. And then, there will be some time before the second season. Or if we're really good, the second season comes out immediately. I wish we could do that. It's just resources are limited. So if you want to sponsor the podcast, feel free to reach out. I'm on X at Tejas Kumar _ TEJASKUMAR _. But anyway, that's part of the motivation, is I want to go into a lot of depth. The second part of the motivation is I feel like, and this is not to disparage any current content creators, but I do feel like there's an abundance of fast food style content on the internet. Content like, hey, HTMX is bad, or HTMX is good, or whatever it may be. When there's a lot of fast food style content here, but there isn't, I feel, a lot of like in-depth content. So I won't tell you that HTMX is bad or good. I'll just tell you all the details about it. What is hypermedia? What is hypertext? What did the HX attributes mean? Why does it exist? And then I let you make your decisions. We'll capture all the nuance, the trade-offs, etc., in a very long form, arguably long-winded way, and then you decide. And in the bargain, you also just get like a working knowledge of these things, and you ideally have less imposter syndrome, and you can have like high quality conversations with your peers about these things. So it's really just giving you all the information to make the best decisions, and not telling you what decisions to make. In an age of mostly fast food content, I'm trying to create some nutritious meals, so to speak, because fast food's cool, it's tasty, it's provocative, but it leads to death. And not to speak so drastically, but I'd like to create some content that highlights the nuance, right? That's really my intention here, is free education in depth. That's what I really care about. As mentioned, 8 weeks, 8 episodes per season for now, and we'll see how we go. If you want to subscribe, I'd recommend it. Either YouTube or Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts. It's going to be everywhere. And if you'd like to leave recommendations for topics you'd like me to cover, guests you'd like me to have, absolutely. One more thing, there's a cal.com link for guests or topics. It's cal.com/tejask/podcast. You're welcome to sign yourself up to be a guest. I just want to talk to anybody and everybody with passion, because I believe that your passion is contagious. And I want to catch that passion and then share it to a wider audience. It's called Contagious Code, by the way, because my name's Tejas, and it's just a pun. Anyway, that's all I want to say. The first episode will be just a lay of the land, with some AI. It's worth noting that I recorded that some time ago, back when Andre Karpathy worked at OpenAI. He doesn't work at OpenAI anymore. I apologize. But that's the only out-of-date detail as far as I know. So I hope you enjoy the first episode. That'll probably drop next week. We'll do 8 episodes total. And then at the end of it, I'll do a conclusion and we'll wrap season 1 and then we'll prepare season 2. If you'd like to be on season 2, once again, the cal.com link is cal.com/tejask/podcast. And if you'd like to suggest topics for season 2, we're working on that right now. So feel free. Finally, my goal is to offer all of this to everybody, literally the whole world, interviews with experts. So coming up on season 1 of the podcast, we have Kent C. Dodds, we have Lazar Nicolau, we have Attila Facina, we have Anjana Vakil, and lectures. Well, I want to offer all of this at zero cost, literally no cost to you. But there are costs, and someone has to pay them. And if I have to pay them, then I don't have time for other stuff like producing them. And so that's why we need sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor the podcast, I'm on X at @TejasKumar_, as I mentioned. Reach out. I'd love to highlight your thing. Get your thing in front of more people, depending on listenership. But if not, you just fund this thing that hopefully teaches people how to think. And if they think and if they choose really great value products, then they probably choose your product anyway. Please do reach out. I'm excited to go on this journey together. With that, I think that's everything. I can't wait for you to hear the first episode and to give me your feedback. Thank you so much, and thanks for your interest in engineering.